he not only was being disruptive himself, but he went up to a little baby. This looked like a newborn. It was only a few months old. His mum was holding it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, look, here's my baby. Like, you can say hello." Bad mistake. Zach went up and squeezed its toes, and the mother just gave him like a mortified look. And then he proceeded to be at the actual, after party. He was that kid who got up on stage where there was this guy who was playing guitar, running behind him. Sound equipment like this, much more shit chords everywhere, pulling on chords. And then he was literally, I had to get up on stage about 5 times to go and collect him. And this guy's playing guitar, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh my God, that's sick.
So yeah, it was an eventful night. Safe to say that, I spent more time chasing him around than I did, enjoying myself. But it was still a good night for all.
So my first shit dad moment came obviously on recording day. Without even knowing. So I took the kids down for a scooter ride after you messaged me to say, are you still all right to record tonight? And I was like, oh, fuck. Yep, let's do this. Madly planning So firstly, I took the kids in while I was fully intending on just sitting there on my phone planning. So they were just riding up and down this long street that I was like, yep, turn around at that point, all good, no dramas. I didn't really take notice of what was happening behind me, back up the street, because obviously Mr. Five decided he was above everyone and wanted to do something different. So he's ridden behind me, and I was like, yep, he'll turn around in a sec, no worries, madly on my phone going, oh, fuck, yeah, that's not going to work. Turned around, and he's 2 meters up on a high voltage tower, climbing up a high voltage tower. And I was like, oh, obviously it's barbed wire, so he can't get any higher than 3 meters. But I was like, what are you expecting to get out of this, firstly? And secondly, I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. While we were doing the garden stuff this week, we were doing a bit of a veggie patch. And from Bunnings, great people, you get these little 4-packs of seedlings. And so you take them out one at a time, put them in the hole, all good. Mr. Five again, obviously for some reason, decided I'm going to fuck Dad's day up and break his little plants off. So he starts snipping these off with his little fingers. And obviously it's frowned upon to smack your kid's hand or cut their fingers off and shit. Yeah. So I resorted to, same as last week, going down to his level.
Yeah.
And instead of breaking something of his, I've made him plant one of the broken ones in his pocket, because maybe it'll grow with all the bullshit that he's got.
Hey-o!
I was just so proud of my own wit, but at the same time I was like, dude, come on, he doesn't even get it. He's wasted on him. Yeah. It's wasted, but I still made him walk around with this broken zucchini plant just shoved in his pocket with some dirt. So.
Yeah,
whatever.
Now that we're kind of, my daughter's getting older, we've had all this kind of stuff in the house that we no longer really need, and we're smaller toys or clothes or whatever. So we were doing a bit of a cull, a bit of a rejig of all the different cupboards, and you just accumulate big plastic things.
Yeah.
A big plastic cubby house, a bike, another bike, a trike, a quad bike, whatever, a bunch of things on wheels. We actually had this Emma Wiggle ballet stand and mat. So you stand on it, you do ballet, and once you stand on it, it plays music.
Was it on wheels?
No.
Okay.
No. But it's big and plastic. Yeah. She hasn't used it in, I'll say, a year, about that. And Zach doesn't really give a shit about it. They're kind of out of that wiggle stage, So I go, okay, cool, I'll pop it on Facebook Marketplace or I'll give it to a friend or something. So I've taken it out, put it in the inside garage in our little storage room. And of course, when we're doing something on the weekend, I go in there, she follows me and she comes in, she's like, what's that doing in here? I was like, just got it out of the way. I was just in the way. Oh, okay. But I've messaged a friend who've got a little girl, and we said, does she want this? And she loves Emma Wiggle, so she's going to take it. But our issue is, Harper's going to know that it's hers, because it's going to just appear there one day and disappear from her house. Yeah. So I was like, do we actually tell her that she's going to share it, or do we just bite the bullet and just take it away?
Bin it.
Don't even cause the heartache, just bin it.